Hello. At some point I will figure out how to do the designs so that we can have the URL at the top of the screen again. Because they say, yay, okay, I could do this. I was like, how do I do this? I don't know how to do it, but there we go. And
Oh yeah, oops.
There's now no background for the. Oh, it won't let me do a combo of the two.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, I figured it out. Okay, yes, I know how to do. Yes. I like this. Okay, I'm sorry. Everyone's here watching me geek out over like.
No, you're fine. It's cute.
Because I'm like, I'm finally figuring this out. I need the blank background though. Nope, not the blank card, not blank Instagram background. I have so many files. Stream includes the name, new stream background, StreamYard background. I'm gonna have to re-download the blank paper one so that the vertical one has a background, but I've understood what happened now, which is the exciting part. So we're going to do that in a moment. But in the meantime, let me share the forest room code so people can start entering that. And then I need to just check in with Regina and see if she's coming.
Yes, our usual face, and she's like the face of, other than Riley, she's the face of.
I know, she's the cheerleader. I mean, she does more cheerleading than Riley does, because Riley
the poster child for her.
Yeah, Riley's very frequently, don't bother me. Thank you, Mom. The don't bother me was me speaking as Riley, not saying that to you, Mom.
That timing was not ideal.
I was like, that timing was not great. Let's be clear here. I was like, that's not what I was saying.
Oh, what's the snow brush one too?
Oh, good.
Change this to other because I'm going to be doing a mishmash of things.
Where is my StreamYard background? What is happening? I have too many things in Canva now where it's like, did you mean this? I'm like, no. Did you mean this? Also
no. Oh gosh.
I'd be like, you're trying. I appreciate it, but no, Canva, it's actually not that. Is this the peach yogurt, Mom?
No, I'm sorry, it's the vanilla.
Okay, thank you. I have this soy yogurt, and it's delicious, and it has protein, and it doesn't upset my tummy, all these good things. And it has different flavors, and the different flavors obviously change the dietary values and things like that. So I have to log it correctly in my app for my nutritionist to see. But the peach and the vanilla look very similar, especially when I put in my passion fruit granola. So it's like, if I think I see a yellow or orange tinge, it's not like, oh, it's automatically the peach. It's like, it could be literally the light reflecting off the passion fruit granola. So
it's good to check. That sounds really good though. And yeah, and I love like the soy yogurt because it has more protein than like the coconut.
Yeah, this company doesn't make coconut. They make Almond does their all. They
Yeah.
they do make coconut ones as well.
Yeah.
Okay. But like I kind of react to coconut, and I haven't been willing to test it again, even though. Hello, love the username. And then I'm allergic to almonds, so I stick with the soy one, but it's great.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And very delicious. And then the granola my mom had found at Whole Foods, and I loved it. And then I couldn't remember the name of it to save my life. And then my mom was luckily like there again, and she's like, "Is this what I got you?" And I'm like, "Yes, yes, yes. We can't forget the name of it again."
Kind is it? Because I know there's silk and
The silk is the one I eat.
okay, because that's the one that I like too.
Yeah, but you do the coconut one?
No, I like the soy milk. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. We've got 2 people watching on the vertical version. I will be updating the background for the vertical version in just a moment because I fixed that. And then show on stage. There we go.
Yay.
So now I can have.
Yay! It looks so good.
Yay, we can see the URL on the horizontal one. And what I really need to do is find out what the vertical size is for the YouTube studio so I can have the URL just permanently be at the bottom. But it doesn't say what the dimensions should be for it. So maybe I'll look up what like a YouTube vertical dimensions. No, I don't want to watch a video about it. I just need to know the size. Please and thank you.
I did not do that correctly.
Okay, but they're saying it's 9 by 16, so it's literally just rotate it. So I'll do that.
Oh, okay.
Happy Sunday. Where in the UK? I'm nosy. Hello, thank you for liking the vertical stream. Hello, we're getting new viewers. So I think the vertical thing is working. Just took a little time for traction. But StreamYard was like, "You'll get new viewers if you're doing it in multiple formats." I'm like, okay, so we're doing it. If you don't see Esther's welcome message, that's because she was messaging in the horizontal version. But yeah, we're going to be here. We're going to be doing productivity sprints. And we use this thing called the Forest app. It's a productivity app. It is a timer. You can set it to lock yourself out of your phone or out of distracting apps while the timer is going, and it is all up to you. But we use this thing called the Plan Together feature, which allows people to enter a code, which is only good while we are live. And then they get a digital tree that they might not have unlocked themselves, because I've been using the app for at least 10 years. And yeah. Hello. Another person is viewing us on the vertical. So we're going to start our first sprint soon. I think all my co-hosts are in. Yep. Let me add the timer. But we also have a bunch of new people watching. So why don't we introduce ourselves? Amara, you are first.
Hello, I'm Amara Franklin. I'm a caffeine-addicted single mom who writes words, reads books, and talks to myself on the internet. And all the places are at the link there.
Yay.
I love Amara's intro every time.
Yep.
Look, I've added that I talk to myself on the internet because I do have my YouTube channel and my podcast where I just basically talk to myself. So
It's great.
Great.
I love it.
Love it.
Absolutely
Although,
great.
to be fair, in a past episode, she did talk to me.
yes.
Yes.
And I did put like my podcast and basically everything on hold while I finished school, but in 11 days I will be done.
Yay! Congrats!
So, which means I'll have all this extra time to like talk to myself on the internet.
We don't play Skyrim, so I'm not really like on the stream. If anyone on this stream does play Skyrim, I don't know. Can you read books? I don't game, so I don't know if that's a feature that's an actual thing.
I play Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. Hannah is in the English countryside in England on the border to Wales. Cool. Amara is West Coast. Esther is, I don't know where specifically, but like, yeah, I'm like Puerto Rico, but I don't know. I'm bad at geography, so that's as far as I got.
I will say I'm kind of like East Center, sort of. Puerto Rico is small, so it's kind of like hard to be like, oh, I'm West, or you have to be like far west to be like, oh, I'm West.
Okay, I'm like, I know you're Puerto Rico, but that's as far as I got.
Yeah.
Holly is Chicago area, and I am New York. So, coffee lover. Someone was drinking coffee on screen, and I must have missed it.
Oh, I think it's because I'm a caffeine.
Oh, your intro, you're caffeine addicted. Yeah, I got it. Okay, why don't you give your intro?
Hi, I am Esther Mariandujar. I'm a Puerto Rican writer aspiring to be a hybrid career author. I write under the fantasy umbrella, and I also write contemporary senior romances under a non-disclosed pen name. And yeah, I do a lot of things. I drive myself crazy, and I'm also on the internet way too much.
That's her link tree.
Yes, apparently like YouTube has like a recap thing now, and it was like you spent this much more time than the average user on YouTube, and I'm like, I also stream on there and go on stream, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
it made me feel bad at first.
I skipped that part.
I got a recap from YouTube. I got the rap from Spotify, and I got a rap from Discord. And I'm like,
I got a rap from Discord.
Don't have a life.
The Discord rap was basically like, you're active in the Ko-fi group. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then I don't use Spotify, so I didn't even check. And then the YouTube Wrapped, it was like, I didn't pay attention to this is how much more time you spent on YouTube in general compared to other users. But it was like, you're in this top % of this channel. And I'm like, because I have them playing in the background as my like.
How do you find that?
Also, I have 2 YouTube accounts, so I have 2 YouTube.
I looked at both of my YouTube Wraps, and it was very funny to see the differenses.
It had popped up for me, but let me see if I go.
You open it on your phone.
Yeah. I got my phone.
Yeah, open it on your phone, and it should be at the top of the YouTube screen.
Oh, here you go. Go to your profile page, and then it'll be your 2025 recap is here. Go to your channel.
Holly, why don't you introduce yourself while Amara is doing that?
Okay. Yes.
Yes, you do that.
No, you're fine. That's also important. Hi, everyone. I'm Holly Davis. I'm the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, which is a YA fantasy. I pitch it as a tangled retelling with a gender-bent Flynn writer. This is the hardcover version that is available in Canada and the US. But there is an international version for my international besties that are in the chat. It is a paperback version, which will also come with the map that is in the hardcover. And then chapter headers. and then an exclusive bonus chapter from a beloved character's point of view. But the special thing about the paperback international edition is it comes with the first chapter of the sequel,
Which
A
is
Shadow
coming
Dark
out
and
in
Daring.
2026.
Yes, August 2026. So check it out, linked down below. I'm also the host of the Diversity is Lit book club, where we read one book by a BIPOC author every month and discuss it on my YouTube channel, which is probably also why my recap said I have so much time on it, because all I do is stream now. But actually today at 5 p.m. we will be discussing The Beast Beneath the Winds, which are tales of Southeast Asia's mythical creatures. It was an anthology, middle grade fantasy, which is really good. And then for December, we always read a book, indie book for Indecember. So this one is One Must Die by Candace Petraza Yamnitz and a few other authors, but it is a steampunk murder mystery. And because December is a little bit busier with the holidays, this book is only, let's see, 200, or no, actually it is even less. It is 195 pages, and you can see it's pretty small. So check it out.
That's a pretty cover.
Yeah, it's cool. And I have
printed edges.
Yes, sprayed. I keep forgetting what this is called. I just show it, and then I'm like, it has this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably sprayed, but you can also call it printed edges. Yes. And for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices without pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. Holly is one of our authors. We published A Diamond, Bright and Broken and many other titles and many more to come. So please check out inimitablebooks.com, see the books we've already published, pre-order the ones that haven't come out yet. And Riley, my dog Riley, is saying hi.
Oh, yay.
Pull her up on camera.
Yes, Riley.
Give us a Riley fix. Oh.
I'm going to just hide the timer really quickly so we can all enjoy how Riley can.
Hi, sweetie. Oh, so precious.
That's cute.
Oh, the licks. Lick of the chops. Adorable.
You see the people who are talking about you? She's like, I don't care. I'm not interested. Oh, you want to go down. I love you.
Cute.
She immediately is like, I wanted your food, not that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm done now.
Yeah. Okay. We are going to start our sprint. I almost started it as if it was the Twitch stream, so I'm glad I caught myself there. And we are going to be productive in 3, 2, 1. Happy connectivity, everyone. We are muted while we are sprinting, and we are sprinting before the timer on screen. If typing is built into the timer as a response, if you don't like that, feel free to mute it and come back. We are back. We have the URL at the bottom of the vertical stream and above us on the horizontal.
It looks great.
I'm wondering if I should make the text bigger on the vertical one. What do people think?
I think a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, a little, yes. I said as I was muted.
And then when you're looking at, hold on. And then when you're watching, I don't know how it is if you're watching stuff live, but there's like the captions and stuff. So with that, if it's live, does it not do that? Because I want to make sure also that like you don't need to move it up a little bit. Because if there's anything on the bottom, like of the screen when you're watching, I don't want it to cover.
Yeah, I don't know how high I can move it.
And I don't know. I don't know if that shows up vertically too, because like I've never seen a live on short. I just see.
I think it's a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if like your name and like all of that stuff would end up blocking it, but also your name, they see it either way, but not the website portion.
We're just playing around with this. We're still learning.
But it looks great.
Okay. I definitely made it bigger. It's loading, so it won't have updated for everyone yet, but now it's like right under me and Holly. So I don't know if I should move it down a little bit or if that's hold on. Captions are unavailable while it's live. I have it open. But then after it is live, if I ever went back and added captions or if auto captions did it.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh.
So I might want to keep it where it is now.
Yeah.
So that when those captions go up, it's.
Yeah, so that way the website's always visible.
Well, it's because of the design of the live. There's always going to be something slightly covering it because we're like I was looking at it.
Oliver's
and
up there.
The scroll, yeah, the
sorry.
scroll part, it's slightly hidden by the username in the YouTube sphere of the short. And then everything, and then the website below, it's still visible, but that's where you have the section for you to write in chat. So just the interface of the short is gonna always hide something a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna look at it on my phone to see if it.
And it also gonna depend on the size of the phone, because I'm looking at it at a.
Yeah, the
this is a
chat's
14
covering
max.
the.
Yeah.
Sorry, everything's really reflective, but like chat is covering.
Yeah.
So I don't. But then if you tap in, I mean, you can see it through the chat.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's better
It's
than
like
not having it there at all.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
It's better to have
And
it.
it's
like
being
it's
higher
not
at least
complete
means
off.
that,
It's just
and the higher part means it doesn't like where it has the chat box for me to join isn't covering that. So we are going to leave it right there.
Good.
Yeah.
But your comment about the captions was really, really good because I was thinking like, oh, we need it, we don't want it so low that it's off the screen, but like in case anything moved. And when we're screen sharing, all of our cameras actually cover the URL and I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But because it's in the timer, it's okay.
That's true.
All Are we getting a new bed for the kitties in the office? Are the kitties getting a new bed in the office, Holly?
Sorry. Yeah, I was like, I have to rush in quick. Not a cat. This is Sully. Oh, sorry, he went away.
Are you fostering him or did you adopt?
We adopted him on Friday. Yes. He's like a day and a half old in our family. He's 2 years old. Sully, come say hi. Oh, you can't see him because he doesn't jump
let
up.
me turn off the names. Let me turn off the names so we can see this beautiful baby. Hold on.
Sully, you're making your live stream debut.
There are too many settings in StreamYard for me to find out. Okay, Holly, if you could just tilt your camera down a little.
Sully, come here.
Hey, Sully.
I think we have the same bowl holder.
This is from PetSmart. Say hi. Oh, what a good boy. Yes.
Oh, stop it.
I'm going to make your camera big, Holly.
He's so cute.
His name is Sully.
Riley is so jealous. Are you jealous, Riley? You're still my favorite dog. Looking at me like, how dare you have this baby voice?
So, I was, needing a break from dogs, was fine with my fur cat, cat mom life. Chris, over the last 6 months has been saying he really misses having a dog, all of that. And I've been, I'm following all these rescues on Facebook, and his face, that face that I had as my lock screen popped up, and I'm like, who is that? And he just completely stole our hearts. He's a sweetheart. And Riley.
Yeah. Sam is with me, but she's out of shot from the camera. And she's when she's sleeping, she doesn't care.
She pins my hand to lick it until she's done.
Kisses from Riley. How cute. He's like, you're not talking about me. But yeah, his name.
Jealousy happening on the two different.
She was looking up at me when I was going all baby voice for your new baby, Holly, and was so offended. But she's now staking her claim on me again.
Yeah. I need all the love-ins.
Oh,
cute.
But yeah, his name, they just named him Adam. And so we're like, well, and so he wasn't attached to that. We're like, well, we're definitely changing that.
So what is he now?
So he's Sully, which is from Monsters, Inc. Because Sully, pit bulls, people are scared of them, but really they're big sweethearts. So I thought that was the perfect name, a little Disney fandom. So yeah, we don't really know his backstory, but I'm like, he must have grown up with kids because he doesn't jump. Even with playing with toys, he's very gentle, and is just kind of is this a toy I can chew?
Oh, sweetie.
But yeah, so we're still getting him, and Oliver kind of broke through the gate to try to get to him, so that's why we were having him on the leash and moving him around, because Oliver's so curious, because I know that he misses having a dog to snuggle with. So
are they gonna become best friends?
Yes, yeah. And Zuko's just why did you bring someone in that's gonna take attention away from me? That's literally. And I went downstairs. I went on the couch.
Sounds like melodramatic, Zuko. Yes. Am I describing your cat, the prince, or both?
Yes.
Riley, can I have my hand back, please? She puts all 16 pounds of her into pinning my hand.
Such a good boy.
Oh, thank you for kissing.
You were screaming from the floor for the rest of the day.
Sorry.
There we go.
I was like, I'm just gonna let things be for now, and then if I have to mention him, I'll bring him up eventually.
Oh, he's so cute. I'm sorry, Holly. I was just like, I saw a bed being moved in. I'm like,
He brought
what's
the bed.
happening?
He was like, "Can I bring him in your office?" I was like, "Sure." And then I just see, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm announcing that Sully's here. Oh, thank you.
He's so cute.
He hasn't moved since I moved.
My dog
Aw.
is on the bed and he's sleeping. And at first I thought he was growling, like I was being too loud or something. But no, he's sleeping. But he's like, when dogs are sleeping and they basically like
Are
doggy
dreaming.
talk in their sleep, like they make just like cute little
Yeah,
noise.
they're like,
He's rolled up in every blanket I have. So this tiny dog is like this big right now, and he's just like making cute
dog
little
burrito.
noises. Yeah.
Mm,
So cute.
thank you. That sounds so cute. I love little burrito pets. Like, let me make myself a little fort.
Riley doesn't like that. She's very much like, I need to be on top of blankets so that I can move as much as I want and flip over on my back so that if I get overheated and,
That's Sam. She likes to be on top of the blanket, not like the moment that I'm just like, you look a little too cold. Let me put a little bit of the blanket over you. She will immediately be like, nope.
I mean, so we have hand towels that have basically become Riley's because she lies on them all the time. But sometimes when we play, she treats the towels as a toy as well. And I'll like drape it over her like it's a saddle or something. And then she'll run around trying to get it off, or she'll spin around trying to grab the corner and pull it off. And she's done that both before, but other times she runs, and when it doesn't immediately come off, she just like resigns herself to it. And my mom is like, "Why are you walking around like that, Riley?" And I'm like, "Because she didn't get it off."
This is fun.
So last week I fell asleep on the couch and I have this like big like blanket that my sister had like crocheted, right? And so you know how it has like or knitted, I think it was knitted. But like how it's like it's got like the holes, like knit blanket or whatever.
Yes.
Frank
was
crocheted the pattern. And so he got his little like one of the little strings like in between his toes and it had wrapped it around. So it's 3:00 in the morning. Okay. No. The reason I fell asleep on the couch is because the boys were watching TV in my room and they fell asleep in my room. And I was going to move them when I went to bed, but then I fell asleep. So they're in my room. I'm on the couch. It's 3:30 in the morning. And all of a sudden Frank starts screaming. Like, when you step on a dog's paw and they like scream like that, that kind of scream. And I'm trying to help him, but he won't let me touch him. So I'm panicking. It's so loud. It wakes the boys up. So they come busting through the doors and I'm like, I don't. So I finally I couldn't get to his foot, so I had to cut a hole out of my blanket. So now this thing, I finally snip the thing and I'm trying to get it off and he's mad. So he stomps off. It's my fault that this has happened, right? It ends up he's fine. It falls off his toe. He's all good. I pick up the blanket. I go in. The boys are now in my bed. I go in and I put the blanket though in my bedroom. And I closed the door because I don't know why at 3:30 I didn't have a thought of going into my bedroom now. I was just I'm sleeping on the couch for the rest of the night, whatever. So I put the blanket in my room, but I didn't close the door all the way. This amazingly smart dog of mine comes into the bedroom and tries to get underneath the same blanket that just hurt him. And I was like, absolutely not. You get out of here right now. And I closed the door and grabbed a different blanket and he was fine. But I'm like, are you kidding me? We just went through all of this for 20 minutes and you want to go back under the same blanket?
Oh, that's great.
The dog is very sweet.
That sounds like a dog.
Not the best.
Yep, sounds like a dog.
Oh my god, I opened up Threads and I saw this post that was pointing out the similarities between Buffy and Vampire Diaries, and many I already knew, and somewhere I was like, how did this not hit me square in the face? Obviously this was another similarity. How did I not notice that before? Mom of blonde child who, spoiler, misses and their child misses their last moments, has a friendship with the evil vampire. And I'm like, oh. it is. And then you have a bunch of other ones that are like the same, but I'm like, oh, I had no idea. Like embarrassingly so. You know, like obviously this Stefan and Stefan Damon, Spike, and Angel comparisons were easy, and the werewolf one was fine. But some of these, I was like, the mom being friends with the bad vampire and not realizing they're the bad vampire, like that. That's pretty specific.
Sorry, distracted. Reading things.
Sorry for that really random thing. I was opening the forest app to set up the next room, and instead I was like, that's why I liked all these characters so much, because they used the same character template. I was like, oh. Okay, Esther picked the wreath, which, there we go. I'm like, where is it? Okay, for this sprint, I need to do work. For the first sprint, I just, ate breakfast and bullet journaled. And it was nice, but I definitely have things to do today. So forest room code is 5 November uniform Bravo Kilo Niner November Sierra Golf, and it is going to be up on screen. There we go.
Good to see you too, Regina. Oh, I love all the Christmassy trees. And I like really any of the trees are Christmas trees because they like add snow or like, a ribbon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in
or holiday rather. I should say holiday for people.
No. I mean, a lot of them are very
etc.
clearly Christmassy coded. Like in December, all the trees add snow to the bottom of them, and I realized that I actually hadn't updated that in the graphic.
Oh.
So the grid that I normally send out to all my co-hosts and stuff to pick, I now have a completely winterified version, but I can't remember if the snow lasts through January or not.
Oh, I don't remember either. I hope so.
Amara was like awake. Like she was totally with it when we started our live stream.
I don't know what just happened.
She also remembered that she had shut off the internet the night before. I'm like, it's 6 a.m. at your time. I would never remember that until 9 your time.
But here's the thing, I do it so much though. Like when there's like timers are up, because if I don't and I give the warnings like, hey you guys, you have 5 more minutes left on your game. Like giving you warnings, like finish up what you're doing. I'm going to turn it off. And I'm like, okay, it's time. And then when they don't bring it to me and I'm just like, okay, you guys, it's time to give it to me. And then I do the mom countdowns. And then when they still don't give it to me, I'm like, I will shut off.
They resist the mom countdown.
And then
the audacity coming
usually turn it in. But then Jason will not. So I'm just like, you know what? Boom, internet off. Boom, internet off. Or like one of my favorite things to do though is at nighttime when they're watching like YouTube in their bedroom is I turn it off and then I pretend I'm sleeping. They know. they know, but then I'm like, oh no, it wasn't me. But the best is when I'm just like, I turn it off and it takes like a second for like the device to like figure out that there's no internet or something, or for like whatever they're doing to stop. And then I'm like count down in my head. I'm like 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on. Did you shut off my internet? And there's 2 of them and they both do it. And it makes me so happy.
Tell me why yesterday I upload files with a certain like naming convention is what Simon Schuster calls it. I get an error saying It failed. I then re-upload the files with the exact same names, and it works.
Oh, weird.
I'm like, I don't know, but the fact that it worked the way it was supposed to eventually is what matters. But like, what gives? I don't know. Okay, let's start. Buildings put out salt, but I don't think we actually ever got snow. So this morning there was just all the salt that like was left over, and it wasn't even like partially melted salt, like it did its job, but just like on the sidewalk. So my mom was warning me about where we shouldn't, walk Riley. And I was like, Is that a dog or like a squeaky hinge?
Oh my gosh, you can hear that?
Yeah, is that the dog?
Sorry.
No, that's fine. If it's a dog, I don't care.
This is picking it up? Oh my gosh.
I don't care. I was just like, if it's a squeaky hinge, can someone do something about it? If it's a dog, onward. Nia,
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that was audible.
No, I only heard it like in that second, but because it's such like a distinct sound, but my brain was like, is it this or this? One's annoying, one's like adorably cute. It's like, I'm going to comment on this now, because if it is a squeaky hinge that can be fixed, I'd like it to.
I am so confused right now. Last night I realized I needed to do like an order for some stuff because the boys had their first like school band concert on Wednesday, and they need like shoes, belts, stuff like that. So I was like, I'm gonna try to see if I can just get it delivered here today. I ordered it from the store right by my house. And then while we were on the thing, I hate when you get the notifications. It's like, oh, this item's unavailable. And then you chat with them to be like, can you find another one? And then I'm looking at it. It says all 3 things were shopped. I'm like, okay, so did you get it or did you not? Like, I don't understand. And then I go to check to see where it's tracking. Explain to me why the store's 5 minutes from my house, but the guy is like 15 minutes down the road in the opposite direction. So did I order
like a route? Is he doing multiple ones?
Maybe,
it's like the order that they were received.
Well, what I'm wondering is if I somehow accidentally ordered from the because there's like the store in my town and then there's a store in the city next to me, but you shouldn't be able to do deliveries from the one in Carson. Like I shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, because that would be.
But where this guy is would be like in the area that where this car is showing that it is. They wouldn't be able to order from mine. It would be ordering from the one in the next town over. So I'm just like really confused as to where this guy is and whether or not. But the thing that drives me crazy is when you hit like chat and you ask a question and they just like don't respond. And I'm like, okay, like I understand if you don't respond because I didn't see the notification. I'm chatting right at the end. You've already checked out, like whatever. But I did it immediately. And now it's a shop for their little shoes. Oh my God, they're so cute. And like little belts. But I'm just like, okay, but like, do you have them or not? Because if you don't, I need to order somewhere else immediately because I waited to the last minute.
That's crazy that they just don't they just won't respond. Like I'd be like, how do you just ignore it? This is your job.
Like you just have to
they're driving well. Like if they're driving and they
yes. But I put in the chat when the guy was still at the store because the first thing he did was go to get the belts, then was still shopping for the shoes, and then I got a little squishmallow for my nephew, and so he hadn't even gotten those things yet. So like I just was like, oh wait, I haven't checked to see if he responded to me. My bad. And I looked at him like no response. He's already finished, but it says that he bought the shoes, the belts, and then the squishmallow. So I'm like, okay, but did you get the belts or not? I guess I'll find out at some point when eventually this stuff gets here. Anyways, I didn't mean to get us derailed, but I felt like I should explain my weird facial expressions because I'm looking at my phone.
It's okay. But we're going to start the sprint now before it becomes not the 15-minute mark anymore. And in 3, 2, it's 16. Anyway, in 3, 2, 1, happy productivity. Sorry. I was working, and then Riley decided she wasn't getting enough attention. So I spent the last 5 minutes cuddling with her on the couch, or our version where we sit next to each other and she does not actually cuddle me, but she likes being in close proximity. Riley.
So precious.
Amara, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Am I doing my what I did?
Yes.
Okay, so during the last one, I was trying to print something, and my printer was telling me that there was a paper jam. And I hate when you're like, okay, let me check, and you're like, you're lying. There's no paper jam. You're really stupid. And so you keep trying, and it's like, no. So I took the thing apart, and yeah, there was a paper jam. I found it. So I'm sorry, printer. I called you a liar. So I fixed my printer, and then I had to actually print out. So the last two like classes for this like degree I've been getting are what they call like project and portfolio, where you basically get to just pick whatever you work on. So I've been using my book as my projects. So that way I'm doing work on my book, and then I'm getting, skills that I need so I can finish my degree. So last time what I did is because I want to start doing like manuscript critiques for people like freelance, but I've never actually written one. So I was like, I'm going to use my book because I have to finish reading it anyways and kind of make lists of what's working and not. So I'm going to pretend that I didn't write it, and I'm going to write the manuscript critique as if I hired myself, basically. I was very mean, very kind, but I was not. I was pretty mean to myself in a good way. So I printed that out so I can actually like kind of read through it. Because then what I'm doing with this one is taking like everything that I said I need to fix in the manuscript critique that I wrote about myself. And I'm making like a new outline. And one of the things that I wrote is that all of the side characters are too similar. And so, like, not all of them. Some of them are pretty, like, ones I've thought a lot about are really distinct. The mother, who is a pretty big person in the story, has literally like no personality. Like she just is very boring. And so one of the things that I wrote down for this one is that I need to go through, because I have like character bios for all the main characters, but I don't have any for the secondary like side characters, which is why they don't have a personality. So long story short, I fixed my printer so I could print out the 5 pages of me saying that I telling myself all the things that are wrong. And I started writing out the character bio for the mom so that she has a personality.
Nice.
What do you guys do?
I love
it. Love it. I've been fighting a headache the entire night and morning, so I am reading One Dark Window and just making notes, because I have a book that has tarot in it, so I am scouring and reading and making notes with books that have magic system based on cards. Whether they call them tarot cards or not, it doesn't matter. I just want to see what's out there.
That's so cool. I am here for that. I don't think I've read a book with like a card-based magic system.
So this one has, and then there's a recent release this year called Arcana Academy that I want to buy it from Pango Books.
Oh yeah, that's on my TBR.
And that one I am listening to the audiobook. It's just like my audiobook kind of like jumps every so often, and it has fantasy. It has a lot of different names and terms, and I'm like, I need the book. I need to buy the book so I can really get it. And they literally like that. This system is very interesting so far, and the Arcana Academy is very interesting too. Very different. Like almost night and day. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So I'm making notes. I'm like even putting which chapter I'm learning what. So just not being on screen beside just this. Trying to mitigate that migraine.
No, that sounds awesome. So, I was responding to some emails, and while I was checking my mail, I had noticed because sometimes that happens, like I'll see something, I'm like, wait, I don't want to forget that. And then sometimes I don't see it when I save things, like when I save some like a post on Instagram. So sometimes I email it to myself. So I saw this thing said fantasy events, and I was like, oh yeah, what's that? So then I was checking out events that I think I could do in well, a lot. I've signed up for a lot in 2026. So then I was like, okay, what ones could I maybe do in 2027? So then I was looking up those ones, and then I realized at the end I was like, oh, I can post about that because the Inimitable Books authors have like our own group chat in on Instagram to share like social media ideas or events and stuff. So I was like, oh wait, I should share this with the fantasy author. So I shared that post as well. So yeah, it was productive.
Nice.
How'd you do, Zara?
I was working on a YouTube script, but then Riley wanted to spend time with me, and now she doesn't want to spend time with me. So, the life of a pet owner.
Yeah. She's like, nah, never mind.
Yeah.
I think a child is awake, but I'm too scared to find out.
Oh, that's great.
Jason woke up and figured out that Jesse wasn't in his room, and I think he's sad, and he's trying to wake up Jesse, but Jesse slept in the living room because he wasn't feeling well, and I don't know. Kids just like don't want to be in the room. Did you bring me coffee?
No, this is Pepsi.
You brought me Pepsi. Why? Thank you for my Pepsi, sweetheart. Don't wake your brother up. Go watch TV in your room. Oh, I didn't mute myself. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
It's
that's so
okay.
cute.
No, that's really cute.
We like hearing it. Ooh, and I'm like
love
Nia.
Cute interactions.
He usually wakes. Okay, I'll drink my. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, sweet smile. Okay, go watch TV in your room, okay? And let Jesse sleep. He didn't feel well.
Wait, what do you mean he didn't feel?
I mean, he doesn't feel.
Ugh. I was just saying, I'm like, there's so much stuff I need to do that I don't want to think about like planning 2026 stuff yet, but here I am looking at these events and I'm like, there's other things I need to do today instead of looking at these things and planning for like 2027, like Holly. But I was like, well, I should subscribe to these newsletters so that I can get notifications when these events and things and so I'm just like, I need to prepare because by the time some things come around, it's all booked, like they're full, and it's like, well, you should have applied for this a year ago, so anyways, and I'm like wanting to plan for 2026 so badly, but it's like do some other things first, but you can print out the planner at least.
Yeah, I kind of like want to like I probably.
Oh, you go.
Go.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, did you say that there was like an email thing of like certain events that are coming up next year?
It was an Instagram post, so I can share it.
Yeah, if you could, because I have not done anything with the indie bookworm while I've been like, because the last year of this thing has been like a lot of schoolwork. But again, I'm done in 12 days, and so like I'm planning on going back and really doing stuff. And I like to put events that are coming up on the indie bookworm website so that people can know like what events are coming up and stuff like that. So
yes,
thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, what were you gonna say, Esther?
Yeah, I'm like probably because I have done some planning. I'm lying. I already set up my release calendar for 2026.
Yes.
I am a little crazy because I'm still doing Sally, and I'm debuting 2 more pen names, and I'm hoping
my
to
God.
query something. I know, I'm insane.
But
That's
we love
amazing.
But hey, I have done that. I will say like 5 times because I started with 15 books and I'm like, that is impossible. That's not okay, Esther. Then I keep paring it down. And I'm like, I'm down to 8 books. 2 of them are halfway done. And that is possible.
That's amazing, though. That makes me
That
so
sounds
happy.
awesome. Nice.
It's possible. Now I need to actually kind of like build the system to actually be like, can I really do 8 books in a year?
I'm proud of you for realizing that 15 was too much, though, because the way my brain works, I would have been like, I can totally do 15.
I totally started there. I was like, I can do 15 and start here. And then I'm like, no. Because I also work. I take care of my mom. Like I'm not here 24/7. Then I started paring down and paring down. I'm like, well, I think 8 is possible, and nothing is gonna go out the first 3 months of the year. And I need to start writing now.
That is great. I love that.
And I love my friends. They were like, yeah, you can do 15 books. And I'm like, no, no. I did 11 for Sally in less than, I would say, a year and a half. And I got so tired.
Yeah, that's
So tired.
Mm.
And the grinding eventually had me injure my right hand. I missed a pre-order. I had to like get in contact with Amazon and all of these things. And I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that again. And if we're doing 2 more pen names, I cannot do that again at all.
Yeah.
I think is a good.
That is boss. That is so boss.
That is
Love it.
insane. Kids don't do this.
That's more than like 3 a quarter. That's like more than.
Yeah. When I literally counted them, and I was like, when I started releasing, I only have, again, 2 books ready. So pretty much I wrote and released 9. So I was like, it's possible, but still, I need to chill out a little bit.
Whereas me, it took me like a year to read my first round.
It's fine. Everyone has their. Also, they're not all of them are full length. So
Yeah.
I have some that are like 80K, some are 40K, some are 20K. So there's also a length of variety, and they're different genres. Some are contemporary romance, some are paranormal, some are kind of like magical realism. So I get bored easily. So that's why I need so many things running at the same time.
That's awesome.
So,
Though.
yeah.
And do you work on them like simultaneously, like or do you do one and the other than the other?
I can work on them simultaneously because I have the way that I make my brain switch is with playlists. So I listen to playlists, and then my brain kind of like recalibrates to the right genre and style.
I really like that because there's one project that I worked on for school that I really want to like continue working on, but I'm still working on my novel, and I'm like, it's almost like I don't want to put the other one on hold for too long because then I'll like lose a lot of the like thoughts that are in my head, but I also don't want to dive into something else. But one is actually a graphic novel. I don't know how to do the art. I just have to do the scripting for it and then find somebody that can do the art. But it started with one of the game classes, like, because I had to take a class on how to write for games, and I had to it started with, actually, it was a graphic novel, but we were given very strict parameters of like, you have to, like, here's 2 options. One takes place in a pizza place, one takes place in a high school, you have to involve these characters. Here's everything about these characters, but you come up with the story yourself. And I liked kind of the premise of what I did, but I didn't like any of the characters, and I didn't want it in a pizza place. And then the next class I had was on game writing for games. So I took that same story, but I switched it, and I had to do like a twine game for it. And so I moved it from a pizza place to an old like Hollywood theater during a snowstorm. And then I wrote all that out, and I got to create my own characters and like I got to actually write like more things that I wanted to. And I really like that idea of what I wrote for the game, but I want to write it now that I like understand how to like actually write the scripting for a comic or like a graphic novel. I actually want to do that. And I think that this story would work really well in that format. And so like I want to work on it, but I also don't want to like not be working on my book. So it's like this push and pull where I'm like, I don't want to lose momentum on one idea because I'm focusing on another. But if I spend too much time here, then I'm not going to ever finish getting my book ready. So, and I don't know how to get my brain back and forth. And then I realized I've been doing that for 2 years, going from working on my novel to working on other small projects. So I think my brain can do it.
Also, it does help to have them in different stages. So if you're revising or editing one and then drafting on another, you're using different sides of your brain. I also try to keep them in different writing software. So I may be writing something on Scrivener, something on Google Docs, something on Word. So I can visually also see the difference.
And the nice thing about one being like a novel and one being a graphic novel too, I really like the playlist idea though, is that it's not like with the graphic novel, I don't have to write the same way, because with this, it's mostly you just like, it's so great because you just visualize, what do I see? Like I have to come up with the whole story, do all of that, but then it's like, okay, what do I see in my head? And then it's really just like writing any dialogue that they do have to put letters on page, and then like, what do I see that I then want to tell the artist to draw? And so it's very detailed, but it's not in the same way of like making sure that I'm using the right dialogue tags and varying my descriptors and whatever. It's just like, I just need to like, what do I see in my head that I then need to translate to somebody else to then go, because there's no way I'm doing any art. It would be a big graphic novel and it would be horrible. I can't even do it, okay?
Me neither. I'll be like, yep. But yeah, that's kind of like how I do it. And I pretty much taught myself how to do that, because if I work in fantasy or paranormal or anything under the fantasy umbrella for too long, I get bored and overwhelmed of like having to come up with everything. And then when I switch to contemporary, I get bored because nothing is new and shiny. It's likely every day that I already read, minus the good man. So I'm like, I'm always oscillating between those genres, so I don't get bored of writing.
Well, thank you for letting me like ask you so many questions, because I see so many people that like can do that they can switch back and forth or work on different projects. I'm like, but like literally how? I'm so impressed by you. Like, how do you do that? So thank you for letting me take us on this very long side quest.
No, I feel like I maybe could if I was at different stages, but I'm even kind of like at that point right now where like, Shadow's in the editing stages, and I need to go back to like, I could start working on this other manuscript that I had shelved that I need to like reread and just see remember everything that happened in it. And I'm like, but even then I'm like, but then when I go back to it, I'll have to switch my brain. And so it's just like, I can do it when I'm reading books, but when I'm working on my own books, I'm like, I gotta focus. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna be reading A Shadow, Dark and Daring in its entirety today, because I was able to read the first few chapters and then editing for books coming out earlier than Holly's.
Yeah, no, that took priority for sure.
Yeah. But I'm really excited to return to the world. We get more points of view in the sequel than just cadences, which we had in book 1.
Yeah.
So far, Holly, I think the balance of them have been good. So that's
Yay.
good news.
Yay. So excited.
But I have the Forest Room code, Regina. I'm sorry. I was just finishing up the work that I didn't get to do during that sprint because I need to film a video after we log off of this stream. This is only our 3rd sprint, so don't worry. We're not logging off anytime soon, but I wanted to film 2 videos yesterday and that did not happen. So whew, sorry.
Mystery
I
so
slept really well, I
pretty.
swear.
We need to attach your charger to your phone, Laura.
It's plugged in, okay? It is plugged in, but it's not. But because I don't know what's going on with the little like plug thingy that's next to here. It's green. It looks like it should be working, but like I plugged it in and it didn't. So I'm gonna move it into the living room and plug it in during the sprint. But yes, I'm that really annoying person that runs their life on like 15% battery. Hi.
Drives me nuts.
It's like also the screenshot to people, and there's some people I don't care, and there's some people I'm like, let me crop out how low my battery is because they will see it and they will be like, what are you doing again?
All of the judgment.
The worst was when because like my phone, like because I have the new like iPhone 17, the battery's pretty good, right? So it was supposed to last longer than it did. And I was flying back from Toronto in October when I had my work trip, and I didn't have enough battery. It ended up dying like right as we were getting like right when I got on the plane. And I was bored, and I was like, I couldn't really like get into my charger because like the charger was had slipped into the bottom of my bag. So I'm like trying to figure out how to get it without disrupting not only everybody next to me, but somehow, I don't know how exactly, it was just like weird luck or whatever. A guy that I work with was sitting right next to me. Like he didn't pre-plan out his seats. I did. He just happened to get the seat directly next to me. So a coworker that I've only worked with for 4 months that I met in person for the first time is now sitting directly next to me. The last thing I want to do is be the most annoying person on the airplane next to you. So I'm like trying to like quietly get my stuff. And finally I was like, I'm just going to go to sleep. And then I napped a little bit and woke up, and then I got my charger. But it was the worst because I should have charged my phone earlier in the day, and I did not.
No, it's all right.
And that should be a lesson to me, but it's not. My phone's dead right now, so.
Holly, don't encourage this by saying it's okay.
No, in my defense though, on the flight situation day, my day had started. I left the hotel at 7:40 in the morning, and I went straight to the office because we had like work stuff. There was no point, and I had charged my phone overnight, so it was fully charged at 7:40 in the morning, and there was really no other opportunities to charge my phone.
This is why I always have 2 portable phone chargers with me at all times.
I was going to get one of those power bank things, but then I kept reading all these things that like airlines don't like you to bring power banks anymore, and I got scared.
They don't care. Especially if they're Anchor, because the Anchor goes through such rigorous testing that they're like, those are safe. Whereas if you buy a random one off the internet, yeah, you don't know that it's not going to explode.
Anchor is the one. Got it.
Yeah. I just bought one of random internet, and I'm like, I'm not planning on getting on an airplane anytime soon. So.
Yeah, but like I'm like, I don't know that I want that in my bag with my notebook, which is plentiful. But Anchor, they're expensive, but they do the job and they charge quickly. And because they're approved by Apple, like it actually charges your Apple devices quickly. Whereas if you get a random USB-C cord from like a company that sells through any retailer, so it's not like regardless of your feeling of Amazon, they have Amazon basic cords, which like
Yeah.
work for basically any device, but they don't necessarily charge your devices as quickly as like Apple approved things. So Apple will approve
And they die
Belkin
very
chargers,
quickly.
Anchor chargers, and like a few other things. And I know there are problems with Apple, but my point is that like because Apple's like, yes, we co-sign these, you know that it's going to charge quickly. And normally, if you're at a certain level, you just need it to bump you up so that you feel safe. You don't necessarily have to empty the battery pack. It's just there. But if you do need to, then I have the second one where it's like in case I need to add a little bit more throughout the day.
I mean, the one that I
think
got,
that's fair.
I'm not bringing it because I am gonna wrap it, and it's gonna be one of the gifts from me or from someone in my family. Would just be like, you buy them and put them our names. I'm like, okay, just give me the money, whatever. My family is not big. None of us are big on gifts, but we do want to keep the tradition of gift giving in Christmas. So that's how it ended up. But I got a one that has the solar panels. Because if you don't know anything about Puerto Rico, we lose power so many times. It is stupid. So we've been like slowly like we have a small fan that has an attachment that's a solar panel. We have a few lights that have solar panels and we can charge them. I got that charger that has solar panels. So we buy a lot of things that we can charge with the sun because we cannot trust our
I
company.
have an emergency charger like that, and all the cords are built in, which is amazing. This is my favorite portable Anchor one. They also have a portable laptop charger, and I got like their bigger one, but after that they came out with the smaller one because of course they did. But I'm not buying that one just because mine works perfectly fine. Thank you very much. But here's their latest portable laptop charger.
And there's one in
affiliate links. They are through Amazon. Anchor looked at our profile and was like, we don't think that you're enough of like a tech channel to become a direct affiliate. And I'm like, I mean, fair, but also writers use so much tech.
Yeah.
Rude. Anchor has a 4-foot 2-in-1 cable, which I absolutely love, which can plug into any USB-C plug.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which I love, so I can charge both my phones at once. And then they also have lots of plugs with multiple things for cords to go in. So with that, I could charge like 4 devices with one plug. Theoretically, they also have travel adapters, which I love. But yeah, basically, if you search Anchor, everything that I've ever gotten from them is amazing. There was a period at some point where they had to send out a recall notice for some certain older models, but they were models that I had never gotten. And they're not on sale anymore, so you're totally fine. And it was the only time I'd ever heard them doing a recall, and it was like for really old models.
I'm going to add that to my list of like things to do before, because I don't travel much, but this is like a yearly thing that we do for work. And it was definitely a learning experience. I've also learned that this time I'm not going to fly up the day before the work event, which is what they have you do if you can't get there like the same day. But our flight ended up getting chaotic and it was awful. So I've decided this time I'm going to fly up because they'll still pay for the flight. It's just if I want to come up on Saturday instead of on Sunday, then I have to get like my own hotel for Saturday night. And this year I'm going to do that because I was supposed to land at 5:00 East Coast time on Sunday. Jesse Elliott was going to pick me up from the airport and I was going to go to dinner with Jesse and Diane Marie. And then I ended up getting on a plane at 6 a.m., getting off the plane at 6:30 a.m. because it was broken, told that I was then going to just be everything was just shifting. I was going to be on the same exact flight, which was supposed to be my airport to Dallas, Dallas to Toronto. This time, instead of landing at 5, I was going to land at 11 p.m. Missed dinner. That sucks, but oh well, I'll still get there. Then about an hour later, my phone starts going off, and I'm no longer doing that. Now I'm going from my airport at like 5 o'clock or 4 something to Phoenix to sit for, I think, 6 hours or 5 hours to then get on a flight to New York, to then get off the plane in New York at 7 o'clock in the morning, then get on another plane at 8, go to Toronto, get off there at 10. My work event starts at 1.
This is giving me anxiety just hearing
It
it.
gave me anxiety. I'm panicking. I'm freaking out. I'm like alone in the airport. Like I got there at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I don't know. I'm new at this job. I have no idea who to call. And I ended up getting a hold of the HR lady. We got me on another flight on a different airline. And I ended up still getting there late. But it was like, yeah. So long story short, I'm giving myself an extra day next time. So
Very
that
smart.
and getting a portable charger.
Yes.
Those I think
and then if
make
you're traveling internationally, get their adapter. I mean, other adapters exist as well, but it's one that you can use domestically, and then you just hit a little switch or toggle or whatever, and then it works internationally. So it's not like you're buying something where, oh my God, I can only use it internationally, and if I forget to have it with me, then I'm screwed. But if it's like, oh, literally, this is just a plug, and if you always keep it in your travel bag, then you can use it when you're in the airport domestically, and then also when you're.
That's really smart. I like that. The other thing I needed to add to my list too was to set up the like international like calling on my phone before I get there, because I knew I needed to do it, but I forgot. Because
That happened to my cousin. And it was also happened to her, like, she hadn't set up international calling, but also got her phone stolen while on that international trip. And I was like,
oh no.
She was fine, but it was like, woof.
Oh man. I mean, I did mine in the airport while I still was connected to like Wi-Fi and stuff. So it was very easy, but it was just like another thing that I should have, like, I did so much planning and like what suitcase to buy that I didn't think of, like, you know, more important things than what pink.
Well, I mean, that is important, but I make a list. I'm like, is my way to be connected done? Is my way to make sure my devices that are going to be connected don't lose power? And then, do I have my bullet journal? Do I have my pens? Do I have my clothes? Do I, you know?
Anyways, I took us on a side quest again. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're going to start at the 15-minute mark. But the good news is I finished that script, which means during this next sprint, I can either do some formatting for Chantel's sequel, Beyond Ever After, which is available for pre-order. And the cover reveal is coming up not this coming Tuesday, but next Tuesday. So people should sign up on our website, and on our website you can also sign up to be an ARC reader of our titles. If you haven't done that yet, please do. We sent out ARCs recently for Grandma's Little Secret. The form still has that in there, so in case we decide to send out more of those ARCs, you can still check that, but definitely sign up for Mother Mercy or Thanks for Watching if you're interested in those stories. And yeah, super, super exciting stuff. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
We're back. How did people do?
My delivery order came and the belts were in there. So yay to the driver. They apparently found the belts and they fit, which is good. And I've just been working on the character bio for the mom, and she's getting a personality. She's lived quite the life, actually. So working on her backstory, there were a few things that like I mentioned in the book, but just kind of didn't elaborate enough on. So yeah. So I'm starting there, and she's becoming a real human in my head.
Fantastic. I read more of the book and make a couple of more notes. I'm getting like really into it, so I may just spend the entire day just reading it, and hopefully it doesn't end in a way that I have to like immediately jump to the second book that I do have. Because actually, these two books were a gift from my brother for my birthday this year, which is a huge thing. That one, he gives me books, and that he actually nails that it's a fantasy. So I'm like, you nailed it this time, brother. And I'm enjoying that. I do like magic systems that have rules, but I enjoy them more when they have really bad consequences. That's the type of magic system that I like, when it's like you know, or you're learning that using this power comes with like dire consequences. Those are the ones that I like. And this seems to be like, you can use them for a time. If you use them for too long, be ready to give up your life. And I'm like, yes, dark and twisty, yes. So I'm enjoying. I'm not someone who writes on her books. I do that for like workbooks, but like fictions, I don't like to write on them. So I am having a notebook where I will write things. I'm digging it. I may come into like a partial annotated reader, just not on the book.
Nice. Sorry, it's muted most of the time because there's some squeaking going on in the background. So now. But I sent my Finch on his adventure, did my swipe wipe, and then I printed out. I chose what pages I was going to print out from the heart breathings. Sorry if you still hear squeaking. So that I didn't print out all of them, but yeah, I printed out I like the quote here about the new year. So then just some of the journaling, what the projects are, and then some calendars. So I'm going to try to figure out my timeline for next year. So.
Nice. I worked on another YouTube script, tried to play with Riley, cuddled her, let her know that mom is not abandoning us, that she will return. Because anytime one of us leaves, Riley acts like she's been abandoned. And we're like, the other human is still with you.
I love whoever said like so dramatic, and oh yeah, Esther, yeah, drama queens.
Yeah. That was in the private chat, but yes, we were talking about how dramatic they are.
Yeah, talking about dramatic right now, Sam is like, when cats like try like rub themselves on your legs? Sam does that. But she does it in a way like it's so aggressive that you feel like she wants to just get under your skin. And it's aggressive. So that's what I'm dealing with. Her be like, me, attention.
That's so funny.
Let them see you. Oh, let's see you. Let's see you. You're so pretty. Such a pretty dog. No, you know I don't like that. You gotta stand. She does not like the camera. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. He's like, no.
Not happening today.
Not happening ever.
Oh no, Jessica's cat.
I know.
Oh.
Oh no.
Frank is still bundled up in something, but he's not screaming, so clearly he's not inside the knitted blanket again. But he's still bundled. Like he's under like he wants to bury himself so deeply into blankets. It's so funny.
Oh, and the most hilarious thing, like there's a little space in between my laptop and my big monitor, and Sam is just like there, glaring at me. Dramatic dogs.
So
it's like, how dare you?
I was working the other day and there's a knock at my door and I'm like, okay. So I go to the front door and it's my neighbor and he's holding Frank. And I'm like, oh my God. So Frank has this new thing where he will dig holes along the fence and get under them and he can do it quick. So it's like playing whack-a-mole. Every time he does it, like he has to find another like stick, rock, like whatever to plug it up with. And I had even just been thinking, I was like, he's being really quiet, which is usually a bad thing when he goes outside. But I was in the middle of like a couple calls I had to finish first. And then I hear the knock at my door. And so I go outside, we plug up the hole, but then he tells me the rest of the story. So Frank, and the good thing is he used to run. Like if he would ever get out, we would not see that dog again. Now he gets out and he stays right near the house, right? But the neighbors next door, their dogs are always loose because they are really good. They know the boundary not to leave their like, because it's a workshop. So like they know not to leave the driveway. So Frank sees all these free dogs and he's just like, I want to be free. I want to go play with my friends. So he just like got out and he was like over in the little driveway area. And then Colin sees him and he calls his name. And at my house, like, cause it's a house that was turned into two duplexes or like duplexes. So there's like a side thing over on the side of my house. And he has gotten through that before to go around. So he sees Colin and he starts running the opposite way. He tries to go behind my neighbor's house to come up through that little side area to get back into my yard, but he can't because it's like blocked off. So he runs out that way and then he comes back. And you know, when dogs know that they're busted and they just kind of like, they're like creeping back with their heads down because he was trying to run and be like, oh no, I got to get home before he tells my mom. And then like, okay, he gives me my dog and get him inside. I'm like, you are in so much trouble. And the rest of the day, he just laid there like this, just staring at me like, I didn't do it, Mom. I'm sorry.
So
but just the running away just felt like it was like a kid that just got caught. Like
like I'm in trouble. Ooh. That's so funny.
Riley will help us dress her if she's like, yeah, I need a walk. But if we're trying to walk her when she's like, I did not ask for this. I do not want to go out in the cold right now. I have no pressing need. She does not help at all.
Riley's like, I did not consent to this and I will fight it to the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her personality and her sass. Like, there's so much sass in that little body. Ugh.
Oh my God. That's so painful, Regina. It's like, that's why they tell you not to wear metal in an MRI machine. And instead they're like, yep, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Literally, I just felt pain in my body just by imagining that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I like recoiled hearing that. I think all my back muscles tensed reading that.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's crazy.
But yeah, I feel like a lot of people who have fought in wars don't necessarily want to talk about it because it's so traumatic. My mom is always like, "Why are you making Riley so sassy?" And I'm like, "Why do you assume she's not?" She gives us side eye all the time. She's very opinionated. She's very stubborn. She grew up in New York. She's a city dog. She's unfazed by so much.
And she
Of course
loves
she doesn't have
attention.
attitude.
She loves to be the star of the show too.
Yes, 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 yes. Riley is currently sleeping.
Riley Cam. Oh my god, that's so
Yay!
My mom's coffee table has a mirror under it, and it's always cool, so Riley climbs in there.
Aww,
That is so
that's so cute.
Oh.
So yeah, she's happy right now. No, you don't need to apologize. It's just,
No.
of course, like it makes sense why they did it, but it's just like thinking about how they explicitly say, don't do this because it's painful.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and this is what we're going to do is rough. But it is efficient, and you need to. Also,
Yeah, at that
theoretically,
time-
it would get everything. Whereas maybe there would be a piece that you wouldn't see if you were doing it by hand. But it's Baroque. Oh my God.
That is so painful.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've seen this, but Riley believes the world revolves around her. And if she sees people walking down the street towards her and they don't stop to pet her, she will then turn and look at them and be like, what happened?
Are we referring one of the many Chihuahua Taco Bell commercials? Because there's Taco Bell has an era like mid 2000, early 2010s. That was all of the ads were for their mascot.
Well, it's like in Wicked where Glinda's like, oh my God, I think I need to lie down. Like, I don't feel well. Something's very wrong. I didn't get my way.
That's right.
And that's Riley when people don't stop to pet her.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Think me having seen Wicked multiple times in theaters to like basically know that off the top of my head of her being like, I did
Haven't seen
something
it.
horribly wrong. I didn't get my way.
I'm so sad. I was supposed to go see the second Wicked 2 weeks ago, and then I can't remember what happened, but I ended up not being able to. And then I was gonna go on Wednesday because I keep wanting to go on Wednesday. If Jesse feels up to it, we might go today because we were gonna go to my dad's, but he's not feeling that great. But I keep wanting to go on Wednesday because it's like half price. But at this point, like I just want to see the movie.
Because you texted me that you were seeing it and then you didn't tell me anything. I was like,
I saw your Facebook post. I was like, she's seeing it.
I had a migraine, so I haven't gone yet. And I'm like,
no.
Just want to see my movie. But then I brought it up yesterday because my brother is visiting. He's in the Navy, and so he's here for the weekend. And so they came over yesterday after this like Christmas parade thing that we did. And I was like, if you want to listen to anything, I have music on vinyl. I only have oh, I love that for you so much.
The best
I'm
thing.
also so jealous, but I love that for you so much. But I was like, I only have Taylor Swift.
Mia, let me know when we're doing a Wicked Part 2 thing, because I will see the second movie for that. I have
I need to go and see it for that.
I have thoughts going in.
Oh, have you not seen it yet either?
No, and everyone in my family,
No.
like, you're not the first one to see it. And I'm like, I care so much less about the movie than you think I do. I'm obsessed with like everything Broadway Wicked, and like it's the stage version, but like the book is whack, and the movie, while it did some things great, which I talked about on Nia's Vixen of Fictions channel when we did the book to screen thing, it's not the thing that I love, but I love that it's opening up the doors to Wicked, the musical, to so many other people who have either never heard of it, never had a touring production near them, can't go to Broadway. Like, I'm really happy it's opening things up to people. So I'm not an elitist where it's like, oh my God, you don't know Wicked until you've seen the stage version. But I am someone who's like, I wish all these people who've seen the movie would be able to see the stage version and understand why I like the stage version more than the movie, and not turn it into like, oh, well, you don't like it because like Cynthia Erivo's black. I'm like, that's not the problem I have with Cynthia Erivo. I have other problems with her, but she is super talented. Like, she's amazing as Elphaba. My problem with her is that she made a comment that blacks in America need to get over slavery while on a press tour for playing Harriet Tubman in the movie Harriet. And I'm like, and then also going after a fan who edited the Wicked movie poster to cover the face of the Wicked Witch to match the Broadway poster, and she said it was a racial attack. And I'm like, you're so talented, but like, you gotta maybe send it to the group chat first before you, you know. So like, that's my problem.
Not only that, it's kind of like you said, black people need to get over it, but then you're gonna call this. It's like, or you get over it, or is this gonna be a
like,
topic, which should be always a topic. But
you know, and like my problem with Ariana Grande is Glinda is not her. It's more like, oh, how did the script write her? Or you know, people being like, oh my God, she didn't do anything original. She only copied Kristen Chenoweth. I'm like, that's not true. But also, do I like the over pop version of Popular when Popular itself was already bubblegum pop by comparison? Like, do I think they took it too far? Yes. You know, so it's like, I might have problems with the actors, I might have problems with the movie, but all in all, that means that I like the movie less than the Broadway musical, but the movie is still like a beautiful work of art. And when I first saw the trailer of part 1, when they showed the Emerald train, you know, in my mind, I've dubbed it the Emerald Express because, you know, alliteration. I don't remember them actually calling it anything in the movie. I was like, why does it look so washed out? And I talked to my filmmaker friend. He was like, oh, they probably didn't finish the color grading. I'm like, I feel like that's important before you release a trailer. But then you go to the movie and it was like brightly colored and perfect. And then there's just this one scene where the lighting drove me nuts. You know, but that's different. You know, that's not me saying, oh, stage is always better than movie, the same way some people say book is always better than adaptation. I'm like,
because there's sometimes that there's not like the one that I can think of that, okay. So when I was younger, I really, really liked the Gossip Girl books. Don't judge me. Okay. The books are really, really bad. But
no
the
judgment.
Show, I love
the show.
I'm
not judging people who enjoyed Gossip Girl. I judge people who are like, you live in New York and you went to private school, so that must have been amazing. I'm like, did you consume the content? Because it sucked living that.
Yeah. So I love the books though. Okay. They're super silly. They're super cheesy. They're like ridiculous, but they were like, you could read them in like a few hours and they were just like fun trash to just like consume. But you look at that versus the show that had come out, and like, even though the show's not perfect, it was so much better. Like they took the Chuck character who was just stupid and annoying in the books and actually made him a character that you rooted for and that you loved, even though he did bad things, you wanted to love him. And like they did so much with like little like this thing. So like that is one version where it's like the book was not better than the TV show, but there are a lot of times that it's opposite. So for me with Wicked though, like that's the only experience I have, because I have never been able to see the stage play, and I went into the first movie completely blind. Like I'd seen the trailer and that was it. So I had nothing to base it off of. And the amount of like, it's been so hard to avoid spoilers for the second part, and I have done it. Okay, so that's why I need to see the movie, and I'm like, I have to the point where like somebody even says or I see something, I have to swipe away. I have to get off of it because I do not want to be spoiled, and I have not been yet. And so like I haven't even listened to the album version of like the original music because I don't want to be spoiled.
Well, once you get to Act 2, it definitely like has the plot in it, so it's like, yeah, you.
Yeah, so like, because I remember you telling me
one song
not to listen to it.
There's one song missing from the original Broadway soundtrack. I don't know if they put it in the movie Part 2 soundtrack because I don't know. They tweaked something. I heard about it. I haven't seen it. I don't know if I think the change is good. But there is this song missing from the original Broadway cast album that's like a huge plot point.
Okay.
And then Hamilton also leaves out a song that's in the production that isn't on the Broadway cast album because it's a turning point. And it's like, no, you need to be in the theater to get that. You still get most of the story from the album alone, but they purposely left off a song.
Interesting.
And they're the only two Broadway cast albums I can think that have done that. But like Lin-Manuel Miranda was heavily influenced by like Stephen Schwartz and Wicked, and Alex Lacamoire had worked on Wicked. That was like one of his first jobs early on in his career. So it's like, that's cool. I want to hear how it made Nia appreciate the movie more, but I also know we need a sprint. So Nia, if you could just like drop that in the chat, because I'm curious, because for me, I had so much hope for the movie that it was going to expand on certain things. And then I find out that the cutscenes that exist were basically all the things that would have expanded what I wanted expanded. And I'm like, you had a job, you had an opportunity, and instead you cut that and instead just added. You lengthened certain songs that didn't need to be lengthened. You added in a cameo heavy bit in part 1, which was like super cute. But for the people who don't know the cameos and like can't recognize those people on site and are only comparing it to the Broadway version, are sitting there for like 3 minutes being like, why is this here? You've and I'm like, oh, that's this person, that's this person, that's this person, and still thinking this is going on a little bit too long. Like, I was like, give us those scenes. You were building relationships. You were deepening stuff that the musical doesn't go into because there's a time limit. And you decided to double the runtime of this by making 2 movies when you could have fit it onto one. And instead you're going to give me like a bloated version of One Short Day.
When I saw all of the scenes that they cut out between
I was mad. Oh my god.
I was so mad because it's like it literally goes from
That's the point. That's what you should have done.
Now we are the best of friends. And it's like,
yeah, it's like, I'm right. It's like, oh, I'm supposed to believe that Glinda was gonna be ride or die during the balloon scene. Nope.
And then like even if you're not going to give us like a lot of the other things that they did cut out, they could have made the scene when they're on the Emerald Express longer with those like sweet, like they had a few moments, but like there was like so much more.
It was a montage.
Yeah, there's so many cute like little moments where it's like you actually see how close and connected they really, really are. And it's like, why? Like, why?
Yeah, Esther, I'm rehashing things that I expressed on the scripting the book because I haven't seen part 2. So this is all about like stuff where I'm like,
I'm probably gonna try to go this Tuesday that I think I have off. And the tickets are like usually Tuesday here in Puerto Rico we get a percentage off just because it's Tuesday. So instead of paying I think $12, I think I pay like $6 or something. So I may try to see it this Tuesday, so I can get it out of the way. I also been getting spoiled, and I'm like, if I get too much spoilers, I am not gonna want to watch the movie, and I need to watch the movie.
It has
For
been
me
really,
as for
really
you.
hard to avoid spoilers because after the first one came out, it became a very large portion of my personality. So my algorithm was like, we want you to know all things Wicked. And then as soon as the second one was like getting close, it was like, here's Wicked. And I'm like, nope. I have to literally rechange my entire algorithm.
Yeah. I also need to listen to the second half of the book, so it can be refresher here. But I the only thing that I will say, I like the stage a lot more than any other versions, and I've seen plenty of versions of Wicked, including this one, and I just like I it's just overall better storytelling with the amount of time they have. So.
I think it's tighter. I don't think they squander opportunities that they have. So I think you can look and be like, oh, a movie could do so much more. And you're like, yeah, but did it? No.
Like, I really like this song. Oh my God, why am I forgetting what it's called? It's the big dancing one with the it's the 9-minute long song. It's the
Dancing
9.
Through Life.
So mad when you hear the name of the song.
There we go. Dancing Through Life. That was
I'm like, it has it in the name.
It is a 9-minute song, which I don't know if it was because it's pretty
not
sure
in the Broadway
you
version.
said it was not that long and they extended it.
It's like, not that long in the Broadway. They took they also expanded What Is This Feeling to give an even longer dance number to the ensemble. And I'm just like, did they have all in their contracts that they had to do a certain amount of work to justify the amount of that you're paying them, or what? Because this is like, the length of the song in the musical was fine. And if you want to make room for things, then do that. Like, I'm not like, I don't, the extra part of like Alphaba's childhood, like, I thought was great. My only beef with that was when they inserted it into the middle of Defying Gravity. And I'm like, you just completely killed the momentum of the song. And I'm like upset. Like, I get why for story reasons, but musically, I was like,
yeah,
because the whole point of the song is that it's rising,
like
that whole time. So for it to suddenly go to silence and then her to immediately be at the top again, I'm like, that ruins the storytelling of the song.
Yeah. I do like the beginning, like with like understanding her more. I think for me, it's just like, okay, if you're going to be also personally, I'm one of those people, I don't really care how long the movie is. Like, give me a 4-hour movie. Like, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I'll sit here and binge watch stuff for longer than that. Like, I'll watch a series in a day. Give it to me. I don't care. So like, if you don't want to not expand these songs, you could literally give us an extra 5 minutes of these scenes that you cut out. Like, really, at this point, the movie is long enough. It's not like this is a short movie. It's not.
That's
like
my point. That's my point. Where you're giving yourself twice the screen time. Actually make use of it. Don't just add extra longer dance numbers.
Yeah. Or like, fine, if you want to, like, you can still give us 5. At this point, the movie is so freaking long as it is. What is another?
But don't rob us of the extra storytelling you filmed.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I really wanted to see more of the friendship because that is the reason why I watched this movie so many times at this point. I still cannot cry. I thought by this point that like I would be able to watch it without crying, but instead I cry sooner because I know what's going to happen by the end and I know how emotional I'm going to be. So
that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it is with Wicked. That's how it is with Les Mis. That's how it is with. It's not totally how it is with me in Hamilton. It's with me in Hadestown. My cousin surprised me to see Hadestown in London on my birthday earlier this year. Not last year. We're still in 2025. And I'm like sitting there having to not cry when my cousins who've never seen it before and like they don't remember the Greek myths as much as I do. So even me going in, like the first time I had seen it, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna wreck me when it happens. But now that I know when it happens, it's like I start crying.
See, my problem was not the length, because I'm a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, the extended versions, which
Yeah,
the
the
theatrical
length was
versions are long enough. Imagine the extended version. Is the like whatever you're adding, make it matter. And there were a lot of things that they added that didn't matter, and I was like,
exactly. And
there's
they had things
so
that they could
many
have added and
things.
showed that they had filmed, even if they hadn't fully CGI'd the like outside of the train. And
Yeah,
it's like, why are you telling us that you could have actually improved it, but chose not to?
not too.
Like, that's the insulting part. And then also from the very start, I was like, this feels like a cash grab because it can be done in 2.5 hours. Which means that if you wanted to give yourself 3 hours, 3.5 hours, you could have, but you do not need 4 hours. You do not need a part one
Especially
and a part two.
because
Yeah.
not too long ago there was a Wicked remake, and I think the one who played Elphaba character was Mila Kunis, I think. Like, there was not a huge gap between redos of Wicked movies. And I'm like, when I saw all the promo initially,
Wicked
I'm like,
or like Wizard of
another
Oz
one?
stuff.
It was Wicked, because it was the story of how she turned into the Wicked Witch.
But that was Oz the Great and Powerful with Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not
But it
Wicked.
was what I remember, because I only saw
No,
it once. It was more focused.
The Wicked Witch of the West, but it's not based on the book Wicked. So it's not a Wicked
No, I
adaptation,
know.
is what I'm saying.
I know it's not an adaptation, but it's a redo of the same franchise. And I'm like,
Yeah. No, they always do Wizard of Oz retellings. They also did it in Once Upon a Time. They did it in
so many.
much
So it's just I'm just like, it is a cash grab because they keep going at it
but that's
every
like
couple of years.
that I get, like I'm more okay with that because at least they're being like, okay, we're gonna tell our version. Like we're gonna rehash the same stuff, but we're gonna tell our version. We're not gonna touch the Broadway version. We're gonna do this. And this is an adaptation of the Broadway version, is less an adaptation of the book, but they tried to bring in some of the book stuff back, which I was like fine with. They did it in like really minor ways, which I'm happy about, because we know if they went hard on bringing the book back in, you would like suddenly have an X-rated film. But it was very much like you could have made
Amara, that book is insane.
You could have made story choices that deepened all the relationships that some people who like aren't used to musical theater are like, oh, it was too rushed. It's like, okay, yeah, so now you have more time. But you know what they didn't do? That.
Exactly.
I can't wait until I can actually I mean, I don't know if or when I'll be able to see the stage play because I don't live anywhere near like where they would ever bring it to, unless I went somewhere.
You might have to travel to somewhere where they're doing a touring production,
which I'm open to doing at some point. But yeah,
I just am surprised that Wicked never did a Las Vegas production.
Because that wouldn't be hard to get to because there's really quick flights to
but also like
I love to Vegas.
Oz, this like the Emerald City is all about glitz and glamour.
Mm-hmm.
You have flying monkeys that fly over the audience. Like there's so much stuff that you could
look so cool in the there's that one, what is it called, the Sphere or something?
Yeah. Like there's
so many crazy things there.
You could do so many things, and even not in that theater. Like Phantom in Las Vegas, they had the one in Australia, I think, was the fastest dropping chandelier, but like the one in Las Vegas, I guess the safety laws are different, so they could drop it faster than they do on Broadway, where you actually like felt fear that it could fall. You know, like you could do so much in Las Vegas, and they just never did.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Las Vegas is really expensive, but also at this point, it's like a multi-billion-dollar show. I think it can afford.
Well, no,
it.
I'm sorry. If they went to Vegas, oh my God, that would be so easy for me. For me, we just need them to go to Vegas because that would be so easy for me. I have a cousin who lives in Vegas. The flights are really quick. I could be there in an hour. Can we just get them to go to Vegas just because I need them to? Like, how do we solve that competition, please?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean. Yes. Yeah. Maybe with the movie's success, they will finally consider that because they would get so much. Anyway, we're going to start our fourth and final sprint. Sorry for the wicked detour, but like I could talk about it for hours. I have talked about it for hours on Nia Vixen Fictions. Yeah. Okay, final sprint. Please pre-order Inimitable Books' titles. We don't have any Wizard of Oz retellings, but we have a book coming out next year called Mother Mercy of someone doing really questionable things for good reasons. And some people would definitely call her a villain. So that's cool. And then, you know, we have other awesome books coming out. Our book, Thanks for Watching, is all about public perception and things like that. So that also ties into Wicked. How can I tie Grandma's Little Secret into Wicked? Family trauma makes people behave in certain ways. There we go. There's also green on the cover. Okay, there we go. Those are our 3 thrillers tied into Wicked. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity. Also, Amara, if I didn't like the side quest, I would stop inviting you on 2 streams. I know what I'm doing.
that was our final sprint. How did people do?
Good. Just still working on the same thing. But one thing that I didn't do when I wrote the draft, there's something, a very big thing that happens in the book that is talked about, but I never went into like detail about like how it happened. And I've had like ideas in my head, and it's something that a lot of characters have like connection to this event. And so I figured out how that was going to happen. So we're working on one character's backstory. I also apparently worked on another because they're all connected by this one person. So yeah.
Nice. I read more. And finally reached a section when they write down all of the cards in this world. I'm like, huh, interesting. I have theories. You know when the writer mind cannot stop, and my brain never stopped because this is something my mother hates when she watch anything with me, because I ended up like, why they did this and they should have done that. And my mom was like, can you just enjoy it instead of just like questioning everything? And I'm like,
No.
do you not question everything that is happening? She's like, no. I'm like, oh God, I cannot just watch something without it. Even if I don't say it, my brain is like, why is this important? Why you have to verbalize this? Like, my brain will never say it. Doesn't matter if I'm a writer or not. I've always been that way. So I'm like reading things and I'm like, oh, okay. That's where we're going. Are we going that way? We shall see.
That's awesome.
How about you, Holly?
We moved Sully downstairs in the crate, which we haven't had him in yet. We've just had him in the bed in like 1 or 2 rooms, but he's doing really well in it right now. But that's only just because the cats were both like trying to get into the room. And I was like, Zuko's been meowing for an hour. Can we like open my door? So now they kind of have more free roam, and he's, contained for now, but he's taking well to it. So I'm glad, but I did that. And then, and then I realized that I hadn't transferred my website to WordPress, and it had already like expired. So then I was working on importing that over and getting my website back up and running, because I'm like, oh, right now it's dead. So
that's important.
Yeah. So anyway, so I was working on that too.
Awesome. I finished my second script of the day, so I'll be able to record both videos for this week.
Nice.
I'm just having like orthodonture work done tomorrow, and I'm worried I'm going to have a big headache for like a day or two. So I definitely need to get the video for Tuesday done before then. And I also just don't know how slow it's going to make me in getting Friday's video done. So yeah,
I hope it goes well.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I've actually been really excited for this part, but I'm always sensitive to it, so I just need to prepare myself for the fact that I might have a headache.
Oh.
Eva was lurking, then wasn't lurking, and was lurking again. Wrote a little bit, got distracted by thinking about what the Mother Goddess looks like and how she works. Is God going to go in a timeout for letting humanity ruin the planet?
Oh no.
But yeah, thank you to everyone who was here. And let's remind everyone who we are, just in case people watch on replay.
starting with Amara.
I'm Amara Franklin. I'm a caffeine-addicted single mom who writes words, reads books, and talks to myself on the internet and all of the places I could.
Love it. I am Esther Andujar. I'm a Puerto Rican writer aspiring to be a hybrid career author. I'm here on YouTube, on Twitch, on all sorts of places. I'm a little bit chronically online. I should change that, but we shall see. Holly.
I'm Holly Davis, author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, available internationally in paperback, in the States and Canada in hardcover, and available in ebook. I
There's
write
also
YA.
a special edition from
Yes.
Rainbow Crate.
Yes, which I think is still on sale for like $10, $7 or $10. So if you like this special edition with the characters on the cover, check it out.
Gonna find that so people can can go to that link.
And
but Holly, do you want to give the rest of your?
Yes, and it's still on like the Inimitable website,
Yeah.
I think. Oh, okay, cool.
It is.
And then I'm also and so it's a YA fairy tale retelling of Tangled with a gender-bent Flynn writer. And then I'm the host of the Diversity is Lit book club. And today we're having a discussion of The Beast Beneath the Winds. If you want to join us, talk about this middle grade anthology with mythical beasts and there are fun pictures of the creatures. So
very cool.
Yeah.
And my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, which published Holly's debut novel, is publishing the sequel, A Shadow, Dark and Daring, which is already up for pre-order. The cover reveal will be happening in March. We just recently had a book release for Cliffs of Wayward, which is the sequel to our first signed title and named a distinguished favorite by the Independent Press Award, Down the Well by Veronica King. So that is a complete duology. You can check that out. I really, really love that book. It has Alice in Wonderland vibes. Our next cover reveal is coming up soon. Not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. So sign up on our website to help us reveal the cover for Beyond Ever After, which is the sequel to Chantal Godory's Until the Last Page, which is like Once Upon a Time, enchanted, real person falls into a book of fairy tales and shenanigans ensue. It's a really sweet romance with a lot of snark and banter, and it's really, really sweet. I love it. In the cold months of 2026, February, March, and April, although April hopefully will be starting to get warmer. We have 3 thrillers coming out. Those arcs are starting to get sent out. If you missed the first round of arcs getting sent out for Grandma's Little Secret, it is still technically in the form. So if enough people sign up for it, we might send out more arcs for that title, but we have our other 2 thrillers, Mother Mercy, which is like a female Dexter, and Thanks for Watching, which is like, and then there were none with social media influencers being sent out next week. So be sure to sign up for those if you're interested. Grandma's Little Secret is inspired by a true crime and is semi-autobiographical to the author, Becca C. Smith. Although there are a lot more ghosts in this version than in real life. But she will be releasing a documentary about the whole thing soon on her YouTube channel. And so I'm super excited for that. She's also going to be doing some giveaways. So be sure to follow Inimitable Books on all our social media. Sign up for fun stuff through our website. But then after you've pre-ordered titles, let people know to do the same. You can also follow our authors on social media because they're doing fun things as well. Our website also lists in-person events for our authors when we find out about them. And the latest one that we added to our calendar was Kate Kavanaugh, the author of Thanks for Watching, is going to have a book release party at her favorite bookstore in Texas. So that's super exciting. We are still manifesting for New York bookstore events for multiple titles. So if you have any good energy, please send it that way. Regarding good energy sent my way, or not my way, but Riley's way, it seems to have worked because she is stable. And that's the most we can ask for right now. So
Yay.
yes, she's just living her life. And really, that's all I can ask for. So thank you for being here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Hi.